Durban, one of South Africa's top tourist destinations and host city of the Zulu Rally, round 3 of the Sasol South African National Rally Championship, and doubling up as the 5th round of the FIA African Rally Championship. 43 crews from South Africa and the rest of the continent gathered for the ceremonial start at the Bay of Plenty before the event proper got underway on Saturday morning. Stage 1 was run at Sibaya, north of Durban, on gravel over just more than 11 kilometers.
First away, the Class S 2000 BP Volkswagen Polo of Jürgen Fecken and Piri Aris. One of the top pairings in South African rallying, Fecken and Aris were one of the favourites for an overall victory, which many consider to be long overdue. Top crews generally don't like being first on the road, as this means they play the role of sweeper, clearing the road for those to follow, and also setting a target time for their competitors to shoot at. Sure enough, Fecken and Aris were third fastest on stage 1.
Next up, former multiple champions Serge Damso and Robert Paisley in their Castrol Toyota Runex RSI. The veterans were determined to reverse their bad results in the previous round, the Sasol Rally, when they could only manage a 9th place finish in Class S2000. Perhaps surprisingly, Damso and Paisley finished the stage 1 second slower than the VW pair ahead of them on the road.
Another former championship-winning crew, Jan Harwig and Douglas Judd, started stage 1 third on the road in their factory S2000 BP Volkswagen Polo. The sugarcane fields in this part of KwaZulu-Natal make for ideal rally stages and are popular with competitors and spectators alike. Harwig and Judd suffered a disappointing non-finish in the previous round and were equally determined to reverse their fortunes. At the end of the stage, they went to the top of the standings by 3 seconds.
Reigning champions Enzo Kuhn and Guy Hodgson in the third factory BP Volkswagen Polo took to the start of stage 1 fourth on the road. Lying second in the championship after the first 2 rounds, they needed a good result on the Zulu Rally in order to give their title defence some momentum. Perhaps they were just feeling the conditions out, ending stage 1 6th overall.
Next up, Etienne Lawrence and Andre Vermeulen in their team total Toyota Runex RSI. If anyone was determined to put up a strong performance on the Zulu Rally, none were more so than these two, who were penalised out of an overall victory in the Sasol Rally for a technical infringement of the regulations.
The first of the African Rally crews, Drivers' Championship leader Conrad Rautenbach from Zimbabwe and stand-in co-driver David Senior from Great Britain in their Subaru Impreza. Rautenbach had won the previous 3 rounds of the African Rally Championship. In the windless conditions, some competitors were beginning to suffer a dust problem. Rautenbach and Senior finished the stage 9th overall, but well clear of their competition in the separate title chase.
The second factory Castrol Toyota Runex, manned by Sasol Rally winners Johnny Gemmell and Peter Marsh. They were holding a tenuous 2-point lead in the championship over Kuhn and Hodgson, so a good result on the Zulu Rally would consolidate their position. They set the joint 4th fastest time in the stage, equal to teammates Damso and Paisley. Let's take a ride with them. Another team total pairing, Jean-Pierre Damso and Clovis Frey in their Toyota Runex. After 2 solid results in the first 2 rounds of the championship, they were lying third overall, and a good result in this event could propel them closer to the top of the standings. The Western Cape-based pair struggled in the stage, however, ending it 13th fastest and 25 seconds off the pace set by Lawrence and Vermeulen. Father and son pairing John and Douglas Williams, with Junior doing the driving duties, take the start of stage 1 in their Guma-sponsored X-Factory Class S2000 Volkswagen Polo. After a non-finish on the Sasol Rally, they too needed a change in fortunes. They went 8th fastest in stage 1.
First of the Class N4 runners on the road, Charles Wilkin and Greg Godrich in their Konica Minolta-backed Subaru Impreza STI. Wilkin was still suffering from a back injury caused by a crash on the Sasol Rally, but he was determined to overcome it and move up the leaderboard in the production car category. They won their class in stage 1. Fernando Reuter and Gerard Snyman in their N4 Team Total Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 9, third in the production car championship after their victory in this category on the Sasol Rally. Visser du Plessis and David Lefkovich in their N4 Pertex Subaru WRX STI after two solid results on top of the production car standings. They ended the stage 4th in class, 18 seconds off the pace set by Wilkin and Godrich.
Richard and Natasha Vaughan in their N4 Mitsubishi Lancer. From Zambia, Muna Singh and Dave Sihoka in their Subaru Impreza. Zimbabwean pairing Jamie White and Phil Arkinol in their Mitsubishi Evo 8. The first of the Class A7 cars on the road, Mark Cronier and Chris Birkin in their Castrol Toyota Runex. Leading the class championship comfortably after the first 2 rounds, they were looking for another solid result.
Their biggest opposition should come from local pairing Chris de Witt and Patrick Yende in the Team Total Toyota Runex. Adrian Karth and Des de Fortier in their A7 Net Connect Volkswagen Golf. Craig Trott and Carolyn Swan leading the Class A6 field in their Team Total Toyota Runex. Eugene Lawrence and Derek Jacobs in their A6 Team Total Toyota Conquest. Rodney Fasaghi and Arno Lgranji were the first of the Class N3 runners in their Team Total Toyota Runex.
Mohamed Musa and Henry Dearlove pushing hard in their Class N3 Team Total Toyota Runex. Another Western Cape pairing, Etienne de Toy and Patrick Vermaak, likely frontrunners in Class N2 in their McCarthy Toyota Corolla. Leading the Class A5 brigade, Guti Zulu and Carl Peskin in their BP Volkswagen Golf. Chad Conradi and Alvin Kutsia in their A5 Techwood Toyota Taz.
So after stage 1, Lawrence and Vermeulen had a 7-second lead over Hubig and Judd, while Wilkin and Godrich were 5 seconds clear of Reuter and Snyman in N4. The first real challenge of the day came with stage 2, a 30-kilometre long gravel affair that would test the crews to the limit and could well throw up some surprises. This, as well as the next 3 stages, all took place in the Inanda area, the focal point of which was a picturesque Inanda Dam. Competitors knew this could be make or break. Serge Damso and Robert Paisley trying hard to overcome the 11-second deficit behind Lawrence and Vermeulen after the previous stage. Pushing hard, Fecken and Aries, but the VW pair was suffering from a problem in this stage.
We had a very good start, and then halfway through the stage we got severe fuel pressure problems. So I reckon we lost about a minute.
Hubig and Judd suffering from traction problems, also going as hard as possible, but they would end this stage 4th fastest. Jean-Pierre Damso and Kobus Frey. This helicopter shot gives a good idea of just how fast these drivers go. go joint sixth fastest in this stage.
A bit tricky, it's very loose, so took it a little bit easy in this stage.
Trying to capitalise on their early lead, Lawrence and Vermeulen were pushing hard too. A stage this long can make a huge difference, either through gaining or losing time to one's competitors. They set the second fastest time in this stage. Kuhn and Hodgson, 6th overall after stage 1, really put the hammer down in stage 2. They would win this stage, closing the gap to Lawrence and Vermeulen to only 2 seconds.
It's very slippery, so you're always thinking you're going slow, but I was happy with the car and it's fine.
Gemmell and Marsh, going for a repeat of their Sasol win, unfortunately struck a serious problem in stage 2. They had a broken cross member after clipping a bridge. That was the end of their rally, a serious blow for the championship leaders.
Stage 2 started off nicely going up the mountain, quite slippery. Then there was a bit of a cut on a bridge and caught the right front wheel on the edge of the bridge and it broke the cross member, so we couldn't go any further.
Defending production car champions Nicholas Ryan and Schalk van Heerden in their Bosel Subaru Impreza. They had a quiet first stage, but now the hammer was coming down. Ryan and van Heerden went second fastest in class N4 in this stage, propelling them up the leaderboard. Reuter and Snyman were also determined to get closer to the top, and they set the fastest time in the production car category in this stage. This took them to the top of the class standings, aided by a problem that cost Wilkin and Godrich about 4 minutes.
It just seems to be endless, it never ends, into on and happen and happen.
Rotenbach and Senior were well ahead of the rest of the African Championship competitors after stage 1, and in stage 2 they consolidated that lead. Rotenbach is only 22, but he shows a lot of maturity in his driving.
We're battling a bit with this big old car, getting it around the tight stuff and had a really loose surface, so as soon as you come out of the corner you try to get on the power and it just steps out the whole time. It's really narrow and tricky, so we had I think we would have lost quite a lot of time there on the Super 2000s, a bit nimbly on that, but anyway, I think we had a clean run in that, so no problems on that.
Lawrence and Vermeulen were still leading, but by only 2 seconds from Kuhn and Hodgson, while in the production car category, Reuter and Snyman were just 1 second clear of Ryan and van Heerden. Stage 3 was another challenging one, as most stages on this event are.